Hello everybody. Today we're going to be learning about some intermediate level data structures within the C++ programming language that are used in everyday programming. So the first thing we will be learning about is called structs. So structs are a very complex data type. They are not actually a data structure, but they are on par with one and are used as much as a regular data structure. Now, the way structs work is that it gives you the option to make your very own data type. And once it's created, you can store data within it and use those values to do some sorts of calculation. So, for example, let me make a struct about a triangle, right? So, I would call it struct, all right? And then you would just pick the name for your struct, right? So my name for my struct is just triangle, all right? Now, the way structs work is a bit similar to how objects work, but not entirely, because objects have the concepts of object-oriented programming, and structs, they don't have any of that. So I have base and height. There we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, so that's how you make a struct, all right? Now, inside of our main function, what we can do is, go ahead and insert values into the struct and, use those values, right? So to do that, first let's just create an instance of the struct. To do this, just type struct triangle, okay, and then just the name of your variable. So I'm going to call mine my triangle. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and, what's the problem here? Yeah, okay. Then the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to go my triangle, all right, and I'm going to just go dot base, all right. I'm going to set that equal to 8, all right. Then I'm going to want to do is just go ahead and go, once again, my triangle, and I'm going to want to go ahead and modify the height, and that's going to just be equal to 5. What is the error here? Incomplete. Type is not allowed. Oh, there's a spelling error. Whoops. Okay, yeah, my bad. Alright, yeah, so now that we've fixed the spelling error, right, you realize that what we've done is we've created a struct and a variable called myTriangle, and we've modified the base and the height. Now what we can do is we can just go ahead and print out the area. So we can just go, the area is, alright, and then we can just go myTriangle plus, or myTriangle dot base plus, wait, so it's, yeah, you times the 2 and then divide it by, well, 2. myTriangle dot height, okay, and what we're going to want to do is just go ahead and use some bed mass, or actually we don't even need bed mass, we can just go divide it by 2, alright, and then we can just go ahead and end the line right there. Okay, now if I were to just go ahead and run this, slash main. So as you can see, we get an area of 20. So that's exactly what we wanted, because 8 times 5 is 40. 40 divided that by 2 is just 20. Right? So that's how you guys use a struct, right? And you guys can use more than one struct at a time, and you guys can do fancy stuff like this. Alright? Now the next data type next data structure we will be looking at is called maps. Alright, so what is a map? So the way a map works is that you have a key and value pair. Think like a phone book, where you have a name and then you have your phone number, for example. So the reason why people use maps is that you can hold basically 2 values within one. But that's not the main reason why. Maps are very easily able to be accessed. They have a constant time, or O of 1 notation, and as a result move a lot quicker. Alright, and if you're ever stuck in a coding problem, they always say to use a hash map. So next time when you're stuck in a coding problem, or well, at least an interview problem, try using a hash map. So let's actually continue on with that phone numbers example and decide to make a hash map with phone numbers in it. So to do this, first of all, go ahead and include, and just go ahead and include the map library. All right. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is just first of all instantiate our map. To do this, I'm just going to go map, then I'm just going to go string, comma, integer. All right. I'm going to call it phone number. All right. So the reason why I'm doing this is because the key value is what comes first, and then the value is what comes first, or last. So the key is going to be the string, right? So that's going to be supposed name, and the integer is just going to be the phone number, right? Now, what we can do is go ahead and insert a value. To do this, I'm just going to go phone number dot insert. All right, and in order to insert, I'm going to go pair like that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and just go string comma int. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in my name. Okay, and now I'm just going to put in my phone number. Don't call that number, by the way, because I don't know what it's going to return. But what's happening here is that we first create a small map over here, and then what we do is we insert that map into our main map. All right, now we can even go ahead and see this map. We can just go ahead and print it out. So in order to print out a value, we're going to want to go phone number. All right, and then what we're going to want to do is just specify the key value. So the key value was Yasa, like that. All right, and I just go and line clear make main dot slash main. All right, yeah, so as you can see, we immediately get our phone number. So that's how maps work. Now, the last thing we're going to be learning about today is called stacks. All right, so stacks are arguably one of the most simplest yet powerful data structures there are. So what a stack does is it allows you to store data of any type. Now, you might be wondering that this is very similar to a string, to which I say that you are correct. But the way a stack works is that once you've inserted a data, like some data, you can only access the first data that's right at the top. Think like a stack of plates, right? You can't take like a plate from the middle of the row or from the bottom of the row. You can only take it from the top. All right, and you can even just remove from the top or add to the top. This phenomenon is called LIFO, last in, first out. All right, but because there are all of these restrictions within stacks, it actually makes them more useful. And it makes them more efficient as well with a complexity of O of 1, aka constant. So here's how to use one. So first thing we're going to want to do is just import the library. So we're going to go # include, and we're going to go stack, like that. The next thing we're going to want to do is just create our stack. To do this, I'm going to type stack int, and I'm going to call my stack just stack. The next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and go stack.push, and I'm going to push 1. All right, so now what happens is that the first thing that's inserted is 1. Then I'm going to go stack.push 2, and let's just repeat this all the way till 4. All right, whoops, 3 and 4. All right, now let's suppose if we want to see the value of the stack. So to do this, we can just print it out. You can just go count stack dot top. All right, and we can even just specify the size. All right, and this is going to just help us see the size as well. We can just go stack dot size and line. Okay, now let's just go ahead and run this. We just go make main clear. I just go ./main. So yeah, as you can see, the number right at the top is just 4, and the size of the stack is also just 4. All right. Now let's suppose if we want to, Let's suppose if we want to go ahead and remove a value. All right. So we just go stack.pop, and it just takes the first value there, like right at the top, and just removes that. And you can just do this for how many times you want. Right. So if I want to remove 4 and 3. I just go stack.pop twice, right? And after I just go make main, we see that the value is going to be now at 2 because 3 and 4 are removed, and the size of it is just also 2. All right, so that's how stacks work. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys want to follow through a text tutorial, that will be down in the description below. That's where all the code is as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.